Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restored I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea, though I rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepare a table before right in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with uno oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja, kadama we groma bea tela e higzag beer tanaista lina bashante shante shante shante. Kadama we groma bea tela e. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo, where we speak truth to power in my name. Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is some beautiful food being cooked. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot where they are subjected to some amount of heating, and then they produce some good food, palatable, sumptuous, and nice. Ironically, the black pot and the ingredients do not even partake in the eating of the food. It is us, the eaters, who do. Yet every time they will rise to the occasion to produce nothing but sumptuous food. What can we learn from this? It's a lesson of selflessness. Are we ready to be selfless? Any nation that is not ready for selflessness is not ready for a good nation. My brother, my sister, how many people believe that we work so hard for it, therefore nobody is supposed to be part of it? We have it all today. Let's eat it. After all, tomorrow will take care of itself. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And we must apologize for starting it late today. It was due to technical issues left, right, and center. We do apologize. We do apologize. We are live now on YouTube. And of course, please do your very best and rebroadcast this. In other words, share this broadcast and click on the notification button after you have subscribed to the page. Yes, the channel is waiting for you, and it's called Black Empire Media. This is where we speak truth to power. We normally will not criticize, but if we must criticize, we'll criticize on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is what it is. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And without much ado, we want to say thank you so much to It. Now, It is in spirit, in truth. Now, it is a new social media app that everybody's talking about. Connect with family and friends and make great memories. You can go live. You can also make video and audio calls. And the most powerful thing about It is that there's no negativity here. There are powerful algorithms that remove and sap out anything that is negative before they even think about coming up. That is why we say It is in spirit, in truth. It's modeled by Ghanaian engineers in America. Another reason you should be supporting It. You can download this for free from Google Play and App Store. Yes, that is what it is. It is It. Yes. My name is Black Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much. I do appreciate you and I do love you. Now, today we have 5 very important things we need to look at. And I need you to come along. Again, we apologize for starting the show late. It was due to technical issues and problems. Time now to fly. Number 1. Now, the very first story we are looking at today says the real secret reason Kyeremateng withdrew. Now, we all know that Kyeremateng decided to leave. He's not going to be part of the November elections of the ruling party, the NPP. He's written a long letter and it's made it clear why he doesn't want to be part of this. Can we look at exactly why he is saying. Let's look at the letter that he gave out and see exactly what Alan Kyeremateng said. This is from his camp, and he says, press statement by Honorable Alan Kyeremateng. Now, when you read this, he mentioned why he decided to move out. Number one, violence. He said there was so much violence. Some of his people were beaten up. We all remember when somebody from his camp was beaten and his eye was even poked. That was all over in the media. We all saw that, right? Number two, he said the elections were skewed. In other words, stolen for one person. Who could this one person be? All fingers are pointing at Bawumia. Now, the last reason Alan Kyeremateng said he would not be part of this, and why, is very simple. He said that the elections are still skewed. Skewed in the beginning for one man to win. Violence, and it's been skewed again. Therefore, he doesn't want to be part of an election that is not free and fair. These are the reasons he gave. But can we tell you the real reasons? These are good reasons. But the real reason Alan Kyeremateng said he wouldn't be part of this election is this. First and foremost, let us look at how Alan Kyeremateng got into the elections. Bring his photograph. Alan Kyeremateng, and pay attention when I speak. Pay attention. Alan Kyeremateng made it clear. One thing he said was that it was his turn. Nzulezo. He didn't see how any other person could overtake him. He felt betrayed right from the start. Why they did not all support him. After all, he had been in the race for so long. And by the tradition of his party, at least informally, it was supposed to be his turn to lead. But he also believed that he was strong enough to win against any other person, having been in the party for so long, and how much he had contributed to the party was enough to make him rise. In fact, when he got into it, he had the shock of his life. Even Kennedy Japan beat him. He came third. The man who had been with Kufuor, long before Kufuor even came, Alan Kyeremateng was there. He and Nana Akufo-Addo share almost the same experiences with the NPP and even beyond. He believed that these other guys are young enough. They could wait for their turn. He is not as young as these people. But they went toe-to-toe with him. They have more money than him. They have more supporters than him. And above all, Alan Kyeremateng and Kennedy Japan believe that the president of the republic is in favor of the guy who the elections were skewed for. Bawumia. So he was shocked that he came third. He never thought it would happen. He was assured that things would happen for him. And somewhere in the middle, he started having conversations so he could accept to be a vice presidential running mate of the person who the elections were skewed for, Bawumia. This angered him. You want me to be the running mate to this guy that you guys are all supporting, and you have decided to relegate me to the background, knowing very well, say, Nzulezo, then I better leave. Now, according to people like Bernard Efson, he might end up going independent and forming his own party. But that is where he's going to even taste a bigger disgrace. People like Alan Kyeremateng have overlived their usefulness. They have nothing to give Ghana anymore. They are a disgrace to this nation. Bawumia is a worse disgrace to Ghana. As for Kennedy Japan, he's better than the two of them combined. Why should I vote for Alan Kyeremateng? I wish Alan had even become 30th in the running of that election. This was the same guy who was with Nana Akufo-Addo. They made sure that together they ran down the nation. He was the trade minister. What kind of trade happened in this nation? What is trade? Selling and buying. Now, if you are able to sell more, all other things remaining equal, you will benefit more. Right? Trade deficits. All over, left, right, and center, to the point that we ran the whole economy aground. And ran to the IMF looking for a grant, a loan. And they are not ashamed. It has come to your turn to bedevil us with debt, right? My brother, my sister, at the end of the day, he disgraced himself and he has to run around some of these shenanigans and pull out. The Hausa people say a short disgrace is better than a long one. I'm glad that Alan Kyeremateng has advised himself, his family has advised him, and he has decided to step up, or else it would have been a bigger disgrace for him. You joined hands with Nana Akufo-Addo, messed up this nation, and then you come and tell us that NZULWZU. When they were voting for E-Levy and all those things, these were the people who were supporting Akufo-Addo. There was a point he disagreed with Nana Akufo-Addo, but he was so much of a coward to come out and say, hey, listen, this thing that is happening, I am not in support of that, and I think that it could have been done better because of their dirty stomachs. The positions that they gave them, they sold out the nation and made Nana Akufo-Addo behave the way he wanted. Better still, he misbehaved and drew this nation down. These are the same people who want us to vote for them. I'm glad that his party has betrayed him. I am glad that they have come out to say that their party can never organize any election fair enough for a fair leader to be chosen. Now we have to look at the real elections coming next year. If this party is behaving like this in these small elections, then a bigger election would be a bigger failure. We have to be careful. A small election, internal election, people's eyes are scourged out. People are beaten and locked up in locker rooms. People are threatened. My brother, my sister, so much violence to the point that somebody lost his eye in these elections. Then when it comes to the bigger elections, your tradition of violence, all die be die, will come to pass. We remember in the last election how 8 people were shot and killed. Nothing happened to this. After all die be die. We have to pray for our nation. And anybody who is bringing violence, we have to cut them and eradicate them with no mercy. The country should be the first thing that we have to look at. Put the country first, or else we shall go to the elections and come back as refugees. Nobody is ready for that. I will not look at 4 or 5 buffoon flag bearers who want to become president and sell out my own country. Any flag bearer who is not looking for the interest of this nation is a buffoon. We don't have to look at them. We have to be patriotic. This is the time patriotism has to be preached in every corner. If you are in the bathroom, patriotism should reach you there. If you are in the bush, patriotism should reach you there. This is the time we need to reach the people out with the message of patriotism. Ghana first. These guys do not respect Ghana. Baumia, Alan Cash, and all those guys, Nanado, all of them, they do not respect Ghana. They are only there for themselves. They lied to us that they were too old to steal, not knowing that if they were those who even trained Atayi, they are Atayi's professors. To God be the glory. May God rain thunder and lightning on anybody who wants to bring confusion in this nation. May thunder strike them night and day. May they suffer impotence. May they have kidney failure. May they have heart cancer, cancer of the heart, so that they can't even get up and go to the police station. I'm so angry. This is the black pot, aka Kukushonimo. And here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youth. Next story we are looking at is this. It says Sakawa boys take over town. When we say Sakawa, what do we mean? Fraud that has spiritual underpinnings and undertones. That is Sakawa. Right now, Ghana has become a nation where the youth have no future. Their only future, my brother, my sister, is criminality. We are growing kleptomaniacs. There's a mania that is sweeping through the whole nation. And this mania is called kleptomania. Hi! University students are running out of the university. They are using their school fees to bet. We have trained bet masters. Right now, the youth in Ghana know how to bet more than how to even recite the national anthem. There are more betting centers than we have schools in Ghana. Everywhere you go, there's a malam sitting on a certain TV telling you how he can double your money for you if only you can bring him some cash. Everywhere you go, there's a certain pastor sitting on TV telling you some holy water or some holy oil can make you double your money. What has become of hard work? The Bible itself says what? That the hand that does not work must not eat. My brother, this is what is happening in our nation. On our TV is soothsayers in the name of prophets on TV. On our TV, it is thieves who have become malams. And they are asking people to bring money so they will double this money. The other day in Kaswa, I shed tears and I cried for several days. God knows. Oh my goodness. To God be the glory. Bless my soul, O Lord. Hear me now. Little children, 11 years and 14, decided to kill their own playmate of only about 9 years in Kaswa. Because they watched TV and saw a certain malam. Or was it a juju man or a fetish priest, however you call this person, preaching that they could make them have money. Advertising, money doubling. So these people took the number, the little boys, and called this malam or fetish priest. So we want to make money. The spiritualists on the other side knew that these were minors, but he still went ahead to tell them, yes, if you bring me a human head and this part of a human being, I will be able to make you rich. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. Oh, Jesus. My brother, the two boys planned that they would kill their own playmate. When the little boy was lured into an uncompleted building and they hit his head with a block, he should have known straight away that these people wanted to murder him. But he rather turned around and asked them, are we not friends? Why are you hitting me with this block? He should have taken to his heels. Are we not friends? Why are you hitting my head with this thing? Don't you know that you hurt me? They said sorry to him. And when they turned to go, the other person hit his head. Bam! And he fell on the ground. They killed him. And tried looking for a knife to decapitate him so they would send the head to the spiritualists. This happened only last year. It was all over in the news. And it's all because, my brother, my sister, we watch too much TV and see all these charlatans talking about money doubling. That is money laundering. Right now, hard work has been relegated to the background. Hard work doesn't pay. Politicians have taught us that hard work doesn't pay. It's lies, propaganda, and corruption that pay. In fact, anytime I tell this story, I weep. I get so emotional. 9-year-old boy said, why are you hitting my head? Don't you know that you hurt me? Are we not friends? Say, oh, sorry. So it was a mistake. Let's go. As they were walking out, bam, again. It was later in the night. The family heard these children digging. And when they went and checked, it was a human being whose head had already been cut off. And they were going to give that to. You should have seen the mother of this little child. My brother, why are we doing this to our youth? We are irresponsible adults in this nation. We have a minister of communication and a minister of information. They are useless. Their big heads are full of nothing but air. Polluted air. Children are killing children. Whatever we see on TV, we act that. Indian movies are all over the place. Our children are beginning to speak Chinese and Indian. Their own language they have thrown away. Our children are beginning to dress like Indians and Chinese. When they get up, they know all the towns in China from the movies they watch. Yet we don't see it to be a problem. We have killed our own movie industry. Listen, the biggest propaganda that made America rise was not slavery. It was Hollywood. The biggest thing that put India on the map was not technology. It was Bollywood. But we have killed Gollywood. We have also killed Kumawood. Any wood that comes here is put under the fire and it burns. What are we doing to ourselves? Now look at this story. Sakawa boys take over town. Run the story, my youth. Watch it. Fear grips Quatre residents as get-rich-quick behavior among youth fueling Sakawa. Jesus. The residents of Quatre in the Sunyani West municipality have complained of living in fear in the wake of the rising get-rich-quick mentality and behavior, popularly known as Sakawa, amongst the youth in the predominantly farming community. People have abandoned their farms. No more cocoa. They are going to do Sakawa. They therefore appeal to law enforcement agencies to monitor, check and ascertain the sources of wealth of the young people in the area whom they alleged were seriously engaged in rituals to acquire wealth and power. I like this. Hey, did you see that? That the youth in the area, young boys and girls, I'm choosing my words carefully, young boys and girls, not young men and women, are all of a sudden so rich in the area. Now, how rich are they? Watch the next one. Watch it. It says, the disturbing and unacceptable situation, according to Mr. Stephen Techi, the assemblyman for Quatre electoral area, was getting out of hand, saying something must be done immediately. My brother, the flashy cars, listen, the flashy cars and the ostentatious lifestyles of these unemployed young people raise a lot of questions about their source of wealth. They are unemployed, yet they are driving what? Flashy cars. And they have what kind of lifestyles? Ostentatious lifestyles. You know what it means to say ostentatious? So high, big, yeah, man. That kind of thing. In fact, the extreme and immoderate behavior of these young people are getting out of control, and the security agencies must act fast. Mr. Techi told the Ghana News Agency in an interview at Quatre. Besides, the assembly member added, these boys are also putting up modern residential apartments and buying lands. But you can't see any decent jobs they are engaged in. Many of the residents now live in fear because of the weird and worse behaviors the boys demonstrated at night hours. Night in the night. He stated, saying most of the youth engaged in Sakawa syndrome were high school graduates. senior high school graduates, including foreign nationals. In another interview, Nana Ya Adansi Podio II, the paramount queen mother of Odumasi #1 in the municipality, expressed similar sentiments about the behavior of the young people in the area, who were mostly engaged in alcoholism and drug abuse. She partly attributed it to the rising youth unemployment and appealed to the government to create more jobs to help tackle the menace. Dash it. Dash it, my youth. Hear me now. You see, they are unemployed, but they have flashy cars. They are building modern apartments. At the same time, they are buying land. A lot of them are going into alcoholism and womanizing. At night, you hear guttural voices in the shadows. Some of them sleep in cemeteries. Some of them slaughter human beings. My brother, my sister, where are we going as a nation? They have run out of school. My brother, politicians in this country have led us to a dead end. We were with them in school. Some of them were dunderheads. They knew nothing. Right after school, they manage a certain cheap pass. And they are in politics, making a lot of money. When we next meet them, when we are busily running to work because we don't want to be late and we are sweating in the trotro, they have cocked 7. Cocked 7. My brother, in air-conditioned cars, in full suit and tie, 3-piece suit. And when they see you in the trotro, they roll down the glass and say, "Oh, Charlie, what happened to you? Charlie, this is my card. Come to my office." Meanwhile, these were the dunderheads in school. Where did we go wrong? Is hard work now a crime? Some of them are even bold enough to tell you you are wasting your time being loyal to a nation that is disloyal to its citizens. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. My brother, do not believe in horses and chariots. It's not about how fast your horse can run. It is all about reaching there in peace and safety. Today our youth are all spoiled. You meet the youth, they don't know anything. All they know is how to go on the internet and cheat and rob. They are all cheating people on the internet. Oh, they have a certain gold they want to sell to you. Oh, Ghana is the land of gold. My grandfather died and left some gold here. Sometimes they will send you some pieces for you to see. And when your greed increases, they now catch you, pam. Some so-called celebrities were arrested some months back, and they are still struggling to get out of the grips of the Sakawa. Today, my brother, my sister, I would like to speak to the youth. It's not a rush. Money is not the end. Whatever money you have, if you got it from hard work, be happy about it. Whoever you are with, and they are making so much money, and building houses and driving fast cars, luxurious ostentatious lives, take it easy, my brother. They are about to crash. I have never been greedy. If I was with a friend and he started building a house, I just pray for him that this house that he has built, he got it from genuine sweat. If not, the house will crack and fall and kill him. That's what is always in my mind. Let them go and buy all the luxurious cars. Hey, relax, ride your bicycle. If you have no bicycle, walk. Namdazi. Hey, the way they are moving, if they didn't get it from good sweat, they will crash and die. Most of the time, they don't even die. They will crash and their bodies will be mutilated. For the rest of their life, they are walking like Mami Water's children. Their mouths are elongated and going to one direction. When they meet you, that's what they deserve. So when I see a man move too fast, I pray that it is genuine and I praise him. If it's not, they normally don't end well. I went to a hospital the other day to visit a friend. He wasn't sick, he was one of the doctors. And I saw a lot of these politicians. I don't want to mention their names. They had catheter connected to their langa-langa. They can't urinate. They have stolen a lot of money. Now God has given them catheter as a gift. Carry it. And my doctor friend told me, look, Blakk Rasta, if you come here on Monday at this time, you will see a number of them. Some of them erectile dysfunction, kidney problems, liver cancer, cancer of the liver and the lungs, cancer of the mouth, cancer of the everything they have. Is this the kind of life you want, brethren? It's better to be poor and be healthy than to be rich and sick. Jesus have mercy. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonomo. When we return, we shall do some more. And remember to send in your messages. We shall read them in this edition. Remember to also share this broadcast. Hey! Wayo!
Wednesday, 13th September, 7 p.m. sharp, inside La Boma Beach at Le Shrine. All tongues shall confess that the volcano trumpet, Q Shandeya from St. Vincent through Jamaica, America to Ghana, Africa, is here to stay. Also appearing is Ghana's dancehall newest sensation from the backbone of reggae veteran, Daddy Bosco, Akla. Date is Wednesday, 13th September 2023, 7 p.m. sharp. The action shall be disastrous. The fire will be blazing hotter than hell. Come and see Q Shandeya and Akle at Le Shrine. Do live band non-stop. Other artists shall also pass through to balance the equation. Come and see conscious reggae and dancehall at the top. Mua Fire. For enquiries, call the Shrine on 0203 500 050 or 0204 500 050. See ya!
Must tell the truth.
Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonoman, and here we speak truth to power. Ghana shall prosper. Next story. Now the next story says what? Watch it. It says, party foot soldiers smuggle Ghana fertilizer. Remember, we are talking about patriotism. That's what this show is all about. It's not a political show. No. It's not a religious show. It's not a sporting show. It's a show of Pan-Africanism. A show of patriotism. Party foot soldiers smuggle Ghana fertilizer. Party foot soldiers. Run the story, my youth. Hey, look at this. Fertilizers were smuggled. NPP faithfuls used PFJ for business. And these are soya bean farmers talking. If this was said by politicians, we could have said, oh, it's propaganda. But these are soya bean farmers talking. But what is the PFJ? Planting for what? Food and jobs. Now the agric minister who brought about the PFJ wants to be president of the Republic of Ghana. During his reign, this was what happened. Fertilizers were smuggled. NPP, New Patriotic Party, the party in power, used the planting for food and jobs for business. They smuggled. Run the thing. Watch it. The Ghana Soya Bean Farmers and Aggregators Association has accused some party supporters of the governing New Patriotic Party of doing business with government's Planting for Food and Jobs initiative. According to the Director of Administration of the association, Abdul Hakim Issa, several fertilizers meant for farmers were smuggled. He stressed that fertilizers and other supplies that would aid the work of farmers were diverted and given to party members. Mr. Issa said, until this existing problem is addressed, the second phase of the Planting for Food and Jobs initiative rolled out by government will become a failure. The first challenge has not been addressed, and we are bringing on another one, he said. With the earlier one, fertilizers were smuggled and inputs were given to party people instead of farmers. At the end of the day, party people were using these things to do business, and the resources were not getting to the farmers, he said in an interview on City News. So, the point is that if these things are not checked and the next thing comes on board, it will fail. Mr. Issa's comment comes after President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo launched the phase 2 of the Planting for Food and Jobs program on Monday, August 28, 2023. Dash it away. Come here. Watch me. Now, brethren, we are not patriotic to our nation. Today, I was reading somewhere in the news that Russia said it's going to give some 6 African countries free grains. Russia is giving 6 African countries free grains. How do you feel, brethren? How do you feel that every time these guys are giving you charity? How do you feel? You have been a baby from when you were born. You will never grow. It hurts. Russia is giving 6 African countries grains. Does Russia plant the grains en masse? Russia, do they plant their grains on the sea? If yes, don't we have Labadi Beach? Don't we have a sea in Ghana? Does Russia plant the grains on Neptune or maybe on Jupiter? It's on the land. We have very fertile lands. So we should wait for Russia to come and give us grains. Or else our food prices skyrocket because we are a useless people who don't have common sense. All we know to do is stealing. If it comes to stealing, Nigeria and Ghana are the best in the whole of Africa. Nigeria is the professor of stealing when it comes to this theft. What kind of DNA do you have? You are sick. Africans were a very loyal people till Europeans came into this nation and set us up against each other, knocked our heads together. And when we were busily fighting, they stole from us. They taught us how to be disloyal. They taught us stealing. After they left, we should have gone back to our natural self. But no, we remained in kleptomania. Today, when they are talking about stealing, Africa is on top. Our leaders are thieves. Their vice presidents are thieves. Prime ministers are thieves. Queen mothers are thieves. Kings and chiefs are thieves. Anyone who has a small position of responsibility turns it into an office of irresponsibility, kleptomania. And you say you are a Christian. The Bible has failed. You say you are a Muslim, then the Quran has failed. Or you have failed the Bible, you too have failed the Quran. Ha! Such a religious nation. Anytime they have all night, go out there and see how people are banging their heads like agama lizards, all in the prophetic churches. Anytime they have crusades, go and see. It's like a conglomeration of thieves. They go there to pray so God will forgive them their thievery. As they are praying, they are thinking about the next place to go and steal. You are in church on Sunday, and then on Monday, you are out stealing. Religion has failed us, or we have failed religion. It hurts, brethren. Fertilizer that was supposed to be used to plant grain for us to be able to eat, to be able to stay independent. That fertilizer was smuggled out by a few individual idiots who have no respect for humanity and their nation. They collected the money and pocketed, but because they are fools, they do not know that their action will make price go up. Therefore, the money that they got, the value is going to be because of inflation. They don't even understand this thing that I'm talking. Ontase. Hey, you go and sell something that is supposed to help you produce food. You collect the money, let's say 20,000. Now the food that was supposed to be sold for, let's say, 200 Ghana cedis a unit. With that 2,000, at least you could have bought how many? How many? If it's 200, how many can you buy? You can buy 200, right? If one unit is 200 Ghana, and you buy 10, how much are you going to get? Not 2,000. Another 10, that's how much? 20,000. So you can buy at least 100. Listen to the mathematics. Now you have the 20,000 in your pocket. You come. These people who should have planted and made it cheap, 200 Ghana for one, they couldn't. They struggled. Now the prices have inflated to about 100%. Or maybe 500%. Let's say one is now 500 Ghana. The value of your money, because of your foolishness, will be reduced. No common sense, no education. If you think that you are cheating Kweku Anansi, you are cheating yourself. You can't be smarter than yourself. You cannot run faster than your shadows. We need common civics to wake up the people for our common good. The other day, my professor from UCW, University of Central Missouri, UCM, sent me a message and told me there's a certain woman in the central region somewhere who is making sure that all the schools in the area, they have gardens and farms. They plant tomatoes and all that. If they don't need tomatoes after the harvest, they don't need too much of it, they trade that for some rice or some other such things that other schools have. They are now beginning to eat qualitative food, and they value the food because they planted the food. You know how it feels when you plant and you are going to eat that food. There's a certain kind of pride. You value the food, and you are even eating healthy because you know what you fed this plant that brought out that. You always want to eat what you don't know. Food from Russia. Why should I eat food from Russia? These are people who live on the ice. Every time is ice. You are eating food from Greenland, yet you live in the tropics. Are you okay? Please, are you okay? You eat Chinese food. Chinese people have small eyes. Their men have small fingerlings in their pants. It's all because of their nature. So the food is made for the Chinese the way they are. When you start eating too much Chinese food and you start developing small fingerlings and your eyes start becoming small like that, you say you don't understand. I'm speaking tongue in cheek. Every nation has what has been designated for it. You leave yours and run into other people's kitchen. It's like a goat that wants to eat the food that belongs to the lion. Can you roar? You are a goat. Can you roar? You are the food for the lion. Oh, yeah, uncle. Hey, the youth have to stand up. Movement against disorder. We need to be able to swear to ourselves that we shall put our nation first no matter what. If it's burning, we shall stay and quench the fire, rather than running out and expecting angels with anointing water and anointing oil to come and quench it for us. No angel will do that. It won't happen. It won't happen. I am going to all the 16 regions of Ghana from January, aided by the GTA. By the grace of God, I hope they keep their promise. Even if they don't, we will still do it. And this is what we're going to be going to the schools to preach. After that, we'll put up a free concert for everybody to come and enjoy themselves and also feel patriotism. The days of patriotism are gone. My little boy in the house, 17-year-old boy, I was singing a song and I asked him if he had ever heard it. He said, Daddy, it hurt me. Arise, Ghana youth, for your country. Let us all demand for devotion. That song that we used to sing, we don't hear it anymore. We have all forgotten it. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. It brings out goose pimples from within me. I'm sure Jeff doesn't even know that song. I'm sure Lenche doesn't even know that song. As for Ajete West, Stanley will know it. Patriotic songs have now given way to, I don't want to mention those. To God be the glory. When we return, my brethren, we shall read your messages. Hey, hey, wayo!
Blakk, Coco Show, man.
Arise, Ghana youth, for your country. Let us all unite to uphold her. Oh my God. And make her great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved. Oh, Jah. Ah, the land. My brother, very beautiful melody, powerful lyrics, but they are all gone. We are listening to Afrobeat. It's okay. Afrobeat is not bad, but we must not replace Afrobeat. You know, we must not replace our patriotic songs with Afrobeats or hip-hop or whatever. The days of patriotism must return, brethren. When I went to meet Mr. Kwesi Agyeman in his office, and he listened to the Ghana song that we produced, and he saw the video, tears welled up his eyes. He told me, Blakk Rasta, this song touches me. I'm going to support you. He said, my children at home, when I sang Arise Ghana Youth to them, they didn't know what it was. They thought it was a song composed in the days of Kwame Nkrumah. Therefore, they didn't need to know it. Patriotism. He told me, Mr. Kwesi Agyeman, quote me anywhere. He told me, Blakk Rasta, you know what it is right now? The time now is now. We must arise. He said when he goes to America and he sees the American flag flying, he sees Americans behave as if they had never, this was the first time they were even seeing their flag. They would stand erect, salute the flag. Some of them would weep. Some of them, you know, they are a part of the flag, not us. Go and put a Ghana flag at Circle. You won't see it the following day. Some people will take it and make it their bed sheet. Some will take it and use it for things I can't say on radio or on TV. Brethren, run the messages. We have some messages? All right. Henyo Raphael says, good evening, Black Rasta. Blessed love. Henyo Raphael says, preach the good news. Stephen Banda says, Blakk, preach my king. Kambadi Samsudin says, thank God you are alive now. I was just wondering what could be wrong, but I think you are alive now to educate us. Welcome, Black Rasta. Stephen Banda says, I'm watching live from Bloemfontein, South Africa. Sorry I did not call your crew. I am going to call them tomorrow. Blessed love, guidance, and protection. Gamelia Pasu says, welcome, Black Rasta. I have been waiting patiently for the Black Pod. Yes, we had a few technical errors. And at the beginning of the show, I'm sure you witnessed some of the technical errors. But I think that we are flying good now. Thank you so much for your patience. Prince Mahmudu says, I salute you, Black Rasta, and let truth be told. Let the truth flow and stay blessed, my brethren. Agbo Benjamin says, he says, Goa skipper. Done. He says, more fire, my prophet. This is the only channel where we speak truth to power. I pity Baomian. I pity him too. Stephen Banda says, thanks for the teachings you are giving to us. I'm so happy, Blakk. My greetings to your crew and to you for the good work. Blessed. We appreciate you. We love you. Paul Skimo says, Black Rasta, your dedication to empowering the next generation is truly commendable. I want to express my admiration for the impactful work you do, Black Rasta, in shaping in the future. Paul Skimo, I appreciate you. I love you. Alexander says, big up Black Rasta, the youth president of Lecture Pure Pan-Africanism. Blessed love. Benjamin Achu says, word. And Achu says, another blessed day. My brother, Blakk. Blessed love. Kambadi Samsidin says, Alan Cash is part of the current mess. For me, his performance is not good enough to handle the office of the presidency, period. Low performance. And as for the vice president, I don't even want to talk about him. Alexander says, no more NPP or NDC, all criminals. We need a third force to rule Ghana for the benefit of the country. Of course, we always need a third and a fourth and a fifth force. They shouldn't just be forces. They should be quality, patriotic people who will lead this nation. I cannot sit under somebody who is not patriotic. I will leave. That is why I probably would not be able to take appointments from any government. Because once I get in there and I see things that are happening and we cannot change them immediately, those that we can, and there's no transparency, the people of Ghana do not deserve to be put in the dark. I will leave. I've done it before. I'm a fasting man. Those who know me, they know I fast. I can fast. I don't eat what you eat. You go and eat pork and eat chicken and all. I don't eat that, so they don't frighten me. Hear me. Brakwesi says, hi, sir. Black Rasta, please, good evening. I have been wondering, you don't smoke, but you have friends who do smoke. How do you feel when you sit with them as they smoke, knowing very well smoking is illegal? Illegal? It depends on where they are smoking. And it depends on what they smoke. Cigarette is legal. A lot of people smoke it and it's killing them. Smoke generally is not good for anybody. But everybody has the right to make a choice. So if you are smoking what is killing you, I will tell you. But it's your choice. As to whether I will sit with you and be inhaling your secondhand smoke into my nose is for another day. I don't discriminate. For instance, I thought you would have also asked me. I don't eat meat and all that. But some of my friends eat all that. Do I sit with them and watch them eat that? So you see, everybody has a choice. You must not be a dictator. Allow people to chalk their own paths. You understand? When they make mistakes and hit. I had a guitarist who was smoking all over the place and I used to talk to him. When he died, something happened and he died. And then they asked us to come to the mortuary. Unfortunately, I couldn't go for obvious reasons. My manager went, and when they cut him open, His lungs were black like soot. The moment the doctor cut it open, he screamed, "Hey, was he smoking?" Why do you want to smoke? And some people will tell you all the histories about smoking, how it's helping them do what you are killing yourself. If you had a way of seeing what your lungs look like, you will never smoke. Anything smokable, stop smoking. Marceline Kwesi says, the greatest man of all time in our generation, Blakk Rasta. Blessed love. Timothy Zuri says, Blakk Rasta, this government has failed completely. Look at what is going on. I'm watching you live from Wa. Blessed love. Bitter Bless GH says, salute teacher. Sorry for coming late, right? Today, I am watching in my car, but poor internet connection in town. Just got home and it pains me I am late. God bless you for your time you have for the youth. Well, Bitter Bless, I appreciate you. You were watching in your car. My God, this is how seriously people take this. He was watching in his car. Eric Ajenim's inspirations. And he says, I like Blakk Rasta so much. I struggled before I got to know your page. Oh my God. I'm sorry about that. But you can change this. Make sure other people don't struggle before they get to know this page. Share the broadcast. Put it out on social media. Blakk Rasta is on this channel. If all of us do that, hey, can you imagine the movement this can be? Now, right now. Put it out. Blakk Rasta is on this channel at this time and put the link there. Every day, Monday to Friday. Hey, it will be a strong force. All of us here on Facebook, right? And some other such apps. Just put this out and see. Paul Skibo says, kudos to Blakk Rasta for being a positive role model and paving the way for the generations to come. Blessed Lord, my brother. Ahiagbede Sairam. I know this name, right? I think I know this name. Yeah. I think I know this name. Ahiagbede Sairam. This should wake Ghanaians up to oust this party and join a better Ghana agenda party. Alan did the needful by leaving. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's time to oust this party. Thank you so much, Jigida Creation. Olivius Nwenzi says, hello, Blakk Rasta. I am happy they are doing it to themselves. They won't talk about the ill of their party unless it affects them. You are right. You are right. I heard Kennedy Japan saying, oh yes, and they're mining, and they're giving us only 2%, 3%, and they take all the money away, blah, blah, blah. But he agreed with himself when he said, I should be blamed too because I sat in parliament and I voted for that for Ghana. Did you think about Ghana? But late than never. I don't criticize a man who learns, no matter how long it took him to learn. We will encourage you to learn. After all, late than never. Some don't learn at all. They are the worst people. Timothy Zero says, Blakk Rasta, all those TV stations must be closed down. How can you be live on TV asking of money doubling? It happens. They are all doing it. Some radio stations were even doing. I don't want to mention radio stations. I called some of my brethren on the radio. I said, are you not ashamed that you sit on a radio station where a lotto forecaster is cheating people? You know this is a liar. They'll get some 2 people to call them. Oh, now no mommy too sure no. Me dear. Ucha saying, oh, me try 20. Oh, some catch out say try 50. I don't tell. Oh, me yao. And then me ma no manu bio. Me ma no manu bio. Mpacho. And then the next one I'll be mammy the metro 1,000 cry. And you know that these are liars. Herbalists come and sit on radio. Herbalists in quote. I'm not talking about those who use herbs. In Nigeria, say herbalists. Juju men. People call them and lie. You know, and then they lure, and the station managers know that these are cheats. I will never be involved in that. I will never be involved in that. It's not possible. Sack me. I'll go. Say Lotto. Blakk Rasta should advertise Lotto. Me. Am I crazy? No, it's not possible. Lotto is coming on my show. Single 120. So take and go and stake and win. Derby. It's not part of me. Timothy Zuri. So that's what it is. Yeah? Zibli Muhammad says, big up Blakk Rasta. Kambadi Samsidin says, oh my God, that sad story of Ishmael. That's the name of the boy who was killed, the 9-year-old boy who was killed at Kaswa there by his own minor friends. That story of Ishmael was very terrible, especially when he asks, are we not friends anymore? It's very emotional. Blakk Rasta, I cried when the story came out. My brother, you should have been in my house. Come here, my Lord. You should have been in my house. Especially when you have children. Their age. Raising them. The emotional attachment. And somebody comes with a block to hit the boy's head. Trying to kill him because they watch TV and they are taking the head for death for juju. The little boy feels, oh, why are you hitting my head? Are we not friends? Are we not here to play? Are we not here to play? So, oh, sorry. As he turns to go, inquire, bam, again. And he goes off. As he was lying there, he was struggling to die. And the other one came again and boof, finished him up. And they hid him there so that in the night they will come and cut off the head. 14 years and 11. What are you using money for? What are you going to buy? I'm just controlling myself because I'm in front of a camera. Alexander says, Mr. ODK will be coming to the will be coming to be the president of Ghana. Only him can change Ghana to a better place. The union government, this is a time for all of us to come together as one. No more divided front. Marcus Godson says, minors engaging in Sakawa. Oh, what a country. If you just see nos TV, Black Comrade, together we shall liberate this Africa from the hands of these old slave masters and neo-colonizers from our midst. Mahmoud Demba says, good evening, Blakk. It's been a while. May the blessings and protection of Jah be with you for the good work that you are doing. More fire. Soleji Mawena says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. Tell them, the youth now love quick money too much. They love quick money. My name is Blakk Rasta. I love you. Next story. Keep your messages coming in. And we're going to read them at the end of it all. We have just about 6-7 minutes more to go. Nzulezo has not been spelt well. The W there should be an E. Nzulezo. 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 How many of us have been to Nzulezo before? It's a whole city built on water. My God. The Chinese learned from us. I went to Nzulezo. I have a music video called Kwame Nkrumah. Check it out on YouTube. I shot it there. We went with Stanley and the rest of the crew. We went all the way in the boats there. And if you listen to the story of Nzulezo, it was a hunter that discovered the place. Look at the aerial shot, aerial photograph of Nzulezo. Jesus have mercy. Little children are taught how to swim even before they are born. Nzulezo. When I asked them, so do you have some of you drowning in there? They said, oh, once or twice. But our children learn to swim at a very early age. This is Nzulezo. It's in the western region of Ghana. Nkrumah's birthplace, the western region. And it's one of the biggest tourist attractions in the world. A whole community built on water. To be able to reach them, you have to be in a boat and go for about 500 meters before you touch this place. They have a school there and so on and so forth. They are predominantly fishermen and farmers. And they located the place there for a reason. Come here, let me tell you what it is. Come here. They did it because of war. They decided to be on the water so that anybody coming to attack them, they would have seen you coming and then they would deal with you. Like in those days when some people had to go on mountain tops and all that. This is Nzulezo. But Nzulezo is crying. neglect. Nzulezo. Run the story, my youth. Nzulezo has no health facility. Provide one immediately. Nzuma youth to GTA. They want a hospital. No health facility. Run the story. The Western Nzima Youth League has bemoaned the absence of a single health facility in Nzulezo, a UNESCO heritage site. Listen, UNESCO heritage site. Tourists come in there. The nation makes money, yet there is no health facility, at least a clinic. Dash it away. The next hospital they can find is in Benin. So they have appealed to the GTA. My former boss, Mr. Akwesi Ajimai, to use his good offices to do the needful. But recently, so much millions were voted for the creative industry and tourism. It's time to build them at least a small clinic. It will also employ nurses who are running to England and some other places. Hey, we are killing the cow that is producing the milk, the hen that is laying the golden egg. To God be the glory. The final story we are going to look at is coming up, and it says Ghana in cartoons. There's a cartoonist called Tilapia. We work in the same outfit. He looks at what is happening in Ghana, and then he gives us cartoons. Come here. Leg shot. Watch this. Coup d'etat. That's the headline of this one. Coup d'etat. And then somebody is kneeling down there and begging men and women of God. And he says, please, I beg the military to allow me finish my term peacefully. We all know who these people are. I like the man in the white and holding his prophetic mantle. And as for the man at the end there with the, in fact, gray hair, he's a sellout. He sold out this country a long time ago. I'm begging you, tell the military to let me finish my term of office. Your work is what is going to decide that. Run things. This one says succession plan. There's somebody hiding behind Edison. And we all know who that person is. The one hiding at the back there. Say succession plan. And he says, and this is somebody in the car, and from the shape of his head you can tell who he is. I know I have made Ghana very hard, but let's pray. DMB, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, will come and lead us out of the hardship. And some 4 people in the corner, they say, Apu? Ah, Apu? And there's somebody in the ballot box, and by the shape of his glasses and his head, we know who he is. He's digitalizing the whole place. Next thing, this is Ghana in cartoons. Sweet power. And there's a woman hiding behind the statue, signifying the court system, right? Return her money. Return her seized money within 7 days. And there's a gentleman there who says, my Lord, but the money is tainted with corruption. And the woman at the back of the statue says, hey! Next one. This is the easy. You ask for guarantor system. I have given it to you, but you have to travel to my office and register. I said, do you know the distance from beyond Nsumuru and Bang Bang Pim to Gwosu? And the other people, they are saying, Madam, this enfranchisement. Next one. And this one is Alan Kyeremateng, I believe, standing there, say, oh, oh, oh. And then the man whose eye has been poked, he said, it a pain, oh, it a pain. And the story is eye screening for beating agent. And the doctor there, say, the ophthalmologist, says, open eye small, 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 open eye small, small. Polling agent says, it a pain, oh, hey, right there. Alan says, oh. Papa the Moose workshop. There's somebody under the car. I'm sure a lot of people are praying that the jack there will fail so that the car will come on the digitalized head. He says, Oga, the alternator is not alternating. And the man with the head there says, he says, listen, even the exchange rate shock absorbers. Look at the man with the white beard. You all know him, right? He said, we can just blame this on the Niger war. It's not a problem. Let's go. All right? Run it. Hey, this is my favorite one. And we all know who is standing there. Look whose legs are being held. He's so angry his shirt is opened. And he's pointing one finger in the air. And what is he saying? Look at the man down there. He says, Bra, boss Jai. And then the one who is holding his arm, hanging onto his arm, says, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, the Assembly. He says, when Ken chop president, right? He says, I'll give you a shoulder. This one says, tariff increment. I said, this is too much. Oh. Cost of living. Yo. And we all know the guy who is at the back. He looks like Ozu Bempa. He says, make it look as white as snow. Bleaching. There's a damage control. He says, it's not bleaching. He says, make it look as white as snow. Dirty activities. Somebody has been kicked out of the Nzulezo ship. Showdown. Showdown is still there, up there. And some 2 people are down there. They have thrown him into the sea. The whale is waiting for him, like the days of Jonah. That's what it is. That's Ghana in cartoons. Anything more? All right. So let's take the last messages, and we are done. My name is Blakk Rasta. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. Remember to tell people about this wonderful channel. It's called Blakk Empire Media, BLAKK. Run it, my youth. All right. It looks like we will not be able to take messages. We've run out of time. Or what is happening? We have some messages coming in. All right. Well, come here. My name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you. Those messages that have not been read, forgive me. Technical errors, left, right, and center. But everything is everything. My name is Blakk Rasta. I love you, and I appreciate you. Catch you again tomorrow between 5 and 6. Until then. Wait!